teacher in distance learning trying to figure out how to cover everything and get your social emotional learning standards in, you're in the right place. My name is Noelle Hoffmeister and I've been a teacher for over 20 years. Stick right here and we'll talk about 3 easy ways to get your social emotional learning standards covered during distance learning. So first things first, let's talk about the 3 major areas of the social emotional learning standard so that we can better integrate them. The first standard talks about the intrapersonal, about the self, knowledge of the self, identifying emotions, figuring out why you feel that way, working through them on a personal level. That's number. The second idea of the SELs is focused on relationship, the interpersonal between you and another person. And it focuses on social skills, listening, knowing social cues, things that would take place between 2 or more people. The third big idea of the social emotional learning standards is this whole idea of responsibility and good decision making and not being impulsive and thinking things through. So let's put that all together and what that would look like in some kind of a lesson. So if you consider a block of time, you would begin your lesson with the simple question of, students, how are you today? And I don't mean how are you as a formality. I mean really, how are you? Can you identify your emotion? Because really, we can't take in information unless we have an awareness of how we're feeling. Now, we can do that technologically for older grades through a Google form, something more anonymous. When kids get older, they get a little more guarded about their emotions. For the younger grades, it can be as not technological as a picture, a symbol, one word. They can just tell you. Now, the idea is, once we know how we feel, how are we going to work with that? So if I come to class sad, how can I not let that sadness stop me from listening and processing? Now, we all know that there are times when emotions are so severe that we literally cannot learn, and that falls into the area of trauma. But for the kids who come with an emotion, who can think past it, how are we going to get them to be aware of the emotion and then say, okay, now you know how you're feeling. Where are you going to put that emotion so that you can focus today? Are you going to just kind of pretend to take it out of your brain and put it down somewhere? You're going to put it in your pocket for a little while. Can you tell someone and that'll get it off your chest? We have to encourage kids to not be victims of how they feel if possible. Our second step then is focused on the interpersonal. So we can do that through first delivering some content, however you want to do that, practicing a skill, introducing something. Remember, kids have short attention spans, make it a mini lesson, especially in distance learning. But then have them work together with someone with that skill. You can do that through Flipgrid and then making a video. You can do that by breakout rooms in Zoom. However, they can get someone talking to them besides you, teacher, because after a while they start to tune you out. That's normal. So give them some sort of goal. I want you to really listen to your partner today. I want you to really be able to tell me what they said. Work on the interpersonal, even over distance learning. In fact, especially over distance learning, because they need that connection more than ever. So after some sort of quick formative assessment, and that could just be observation, watching them, listening to them, then the third idea is this whole responsibility and decision making. And so you would say something to the effect of, students, our time is coming to a close today, but you're going to be making decisions the rest of the day. I want you to really work to make the right decision, to do the good thing for the rest of the day. And if that means you have homework to do and you don't feel like it, work against that feeling to do what is right. If someone asks you to do a favor around the house and you don't feel like it, work to say, yes, I'll help you. If someone like a brother or sister hurts you, do what is right and try not to hurt them back. Try to make the right decision today, even though you don't feel like it. So by doing these 3 things, checking on the child and having them check on their own emotion, working with a partner or a group, and then finally thinking ahead to the decision making that's going to go on for the rest of the day, you will be covering your SELs in a way that's meaningful and has impact to the child's life and thinking. Thanks for joining me today. If this video was helpful for you, would you please like and subscribe? We'd love to have you to join us on the journey. Take care of yourself so you can get up and teach.